Hey Chris, we're on building 2726 through 2788, and pretty much the same stuff that's going on the last two sets of buildings is the same thing here. The only thing different here is we're going to need an RPM done on this particular building. Probably wouldn't hurt to have these limbs cut back, have all this debris blown off the roof. As you know, that debris is just going to hold moisture and speed up the rotting process. And there are several shingles on the back of all these buildings that have fiberglass exposed, and when that fiberglass is exposed like that, again, nothing's stopping water from penetrating right through that, as it's not even like a cloth. It's definitely penetrable. There again too, several places like that, another one right there. But we need to also have these limbs removed as they're rubbing on the granule surface, which will also speed up the deterioration of the shingles. So we need to have that taken care of as well. Big mat of debris right here is doing nothing but holding moisture. We need to get that taken off, make sure that valley doesn't rot out. All this debris down here, we need to get it removed. Simple RPM will take care of all that and expose what's going on underneath. I'm going to move on around to the front of the building real quick. As you can see here, there's a lot of signs of fiberglass mat exposed. All the way down, you see those little light edges all the way across the tabs. That's all fiberglass. There's absolutely nothing waterproof about that. Now, across the front of this building, happened to notice on the flashing, it's not as bad on this particular building as the other two, but there's nails exposed. I don't know if the builders did that when they were causing all this damage with their ladders, because again, we have several holes down here from ladders. And we also have nails that are driven through the flashing, which is a big no-no. You never want holes in that flashing, so I would go ahead and recommend reworking all this flashing and having it done properly as well. And see, like that right there, that nail head, there's nothing stopping water from getting right down in there and running along the shank of that nail to the interior of the building. Another nail exposed right there. So we'll get you all the details for this one to make it right until it can be put through for an actual re-roof. A couple little humps in the flashing, not near as bad as the last two buildings again, but it's definitely starting, so there's a good sign of just how quick these shingles are deteriorating. Willing to bet it was a fairly cheap asphalt shingle used on this roof for them to be deteriorating at such a fast speed. Another big hole right there. That pretty much encompasses this one. We'll get you the details on it. Thank you for your time. Oh, one other thing right here. We need to lift these shingles up. This plywood is not anchored correctly or not nailed. As you can see, there's a hump right there, and I can step on it and make the plywood flex.